Thank you for listening to the Tattness podcast on the Tattness Co. Network.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. A Mercedes kind of sentiment, luxury, and trust in me to honor the free we all should be. It sees my sundial burst into yin and yang, right and left, me and you.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Tattness podcast once again. Of course, it's your boy Tattness. Who the fuck else would it be? I gotta start this off, in case you haven't heard the last show, I want to apologize to my fans, to my listeners, for disappearing for a little bit there, but it was a business issue that had to be dealt with. Certain people I will not do business with, so the format plans have changed once again. Business does that, and, like I stated before, I just don't tolerate people trying to take credit for something they had nothing to do with. It was you guys who made this show as successful as it's been, and it was Blue and I who put the fucking work in, so there was no reason for people to go on IMDb trying to take credit for 2 seasons worth of work that they did nothing to earn that credit. And essentially what happened was, at the end of the day, I looked over the business plan, the business model, and there was nothing in it for me. There was literally no gain for me, nothing to better the show for you guys, and it was just people getting free credit, and I didn't like it, so I put a stop to it. You know me, I don't tolerate no bullshit. I don't play that shit, Papa don't take no mess, you know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I want to give a disclaimer about this show. My guest is an amazing guest. He's a comedian, so yeah, he's gonna say some controversial shit, and I don't want anyone to take it out of context, and I just want people to know, man, that at the end of the day, with my show, freedom of speech does work as a two-way street. So, it doesn't mean that it's only freedom of speech if everybody agrees with the person. So, whether I agree with something anybody says, this isn't just this guest, any guest I have, whether I agree with what they have to say or not, I give them a platform to express their views and explain themselves as to why they view things that way. If somebody's flat out just, racist or, hateful towards people for whatever reason, that I don't view as worthy of a platform, because I don't justify with any kind of reasoning or rationale any kind of hate towards a general population. You know what I'm saying? If someone wants to come on my show and talk a little shit about some people specifically that did them dirty, like a business or a specific person, and air their grievances, by all means, state your views. But, I don't see any good behind letting somebody talk shit about a general population of people based on sheer ignorance. I can't get behind that. I will not give that a platform. So, that being said, if my guests ever say anything that y'all don't agree with, they have a right to express their views, and sometimes they're just taking the piss, having fun. We all make fun of ourselves, so it is what it is, you know what I mean? And, there's no reason for people to get upset. And I want to clarify, you're going to hear me in the beginning of this state a few things sarcastically. Don't take it seriously. And I'll give you a little back history on it. There is somebody that he had a bad experience with that went by a certain name they created. That's where it's an inside thing that you may get it, you may not, I don't know. But he's also dealt with somebody who basically flat out told him, don't talk to my clients on your show about mental health awareness, because that bores people. And I think that's the most ignorant shit I could fucking ever hear. It is what it is. I took the piss out of that by jokingly saying, don't talk to me on my show about, mental health shit, because that bores me. I was kidding. That was kind of a dig at, the ignorant person that said that, who I had a falling out with and I do not do business with anymore. So, it just seems everyone that does do business with this person has a bad experience. And I want to clear that up. I don't want anyone to think that my show, hell, if you go back to season 1, I talked about mental health awareness, so there's no way that I have an issue with it. So let's clarify that right now. And I also wanted to let you guys know that this December 11th, I will actually be working with this guest, co-hosting a charitable event. It's a virtual concert, so don't worry about COVID. You don't have to leave your homes. It's all virtual. A bunch of bands, indie bands and all sorts of bands and comedians, to my understanding, will be coming together on a virtual concert of sorts to help raise funds for Toys For Tots for Christmas. So we could get some Christmas presents out to less fortunate children. If you'd be interested in donating to that or checking out the show, please do. It will be live at the time, to my knowledge, as far as I know, but it'll all be virtual. So when I have more info on that, it'll be on YouTube. When I have more info closer to the time, I will give you guys all the specifics and you can check it out. But until then, my guest is a comedian and host of Suck It Podcast, who often on his show does basically advocate for mental health awareness, because he is somebody that goes through it as well as many others, and he's there for people. So, if you're offended by his jokes and things like that, don't take it too seriously. He's just kind of giving a political commentary on some of the things out there that we get into. And like I said, whether I agree with it or not, my show is uncensored for a reason. I'll always give people a platform to speak their piece. And, I think I know him personally. I know that his intentions are good. And, he may joke about some things that people think is a little much. But he also goes to bat for the, gay communities and the mental health awareness communities and children's communities and everything under the sun, man. He is all about equality. So let's not pick anybody apart here. Let's just learn to laugh at ourselves, man. We got to pick at each other and ourselves a little bit in fun and not take it personally. Let's just have fun making fun of ourselves. And that's what this cat does. This is Derek from Suck It Podcast. First and foremost, let me just fucking say, since we've been off the rails already, fucking, if you don't like the direction of this show, just fucking have some people tell me I have to remove it, and then,
Make that phone call right fucking now.
Right? Make sure it's at 2:30 in the morning, too. I don't like to have my time respected. We don't deal in boundaries here. Jesus Christ. I'm a bull in a fucking china shop, I just don't give a fuck.
I know. I can sense that.
I'm going to find a certain type of spice and material for you, and we can set something up and, combine the two and make a hell of a career for you.
Yep.
Fuck me. I mean, we can talk about my balls all day, but don't fucking talk about mental health either, because I don't like that shit. It bores me.
Oh, we can talk about balls? Okay, so then everyone use my promo code and go to manscaped.com. It's right there. See, no, wait, there's right there. Suck It Podcast, 20% off. Shave your junk, you guys.
You're welcome for that segue, motherfucker. That one's on me.
I take every opportunity to plug as much shit as I fucking can.
I love it. I love that you made it visual too. It's like it's there all fucking show, motherfucker.
Oh, absolutely. When I changed my setup in my studio, I was like, I'm putting a green screen. Fuck my logo. I'll just do my logo in the overlay. I'm having the fucking Manscaped and BetterHelp there the entire time. You will never forget who I'm sponsored by.
Right? See, we had to do this because I have been fortunate enough to fucking be on your show. It was a blast. So I figured, no good deed goes unpunished. I'd fucking torture you by bringing you on my fucking show.
Yeah, let's talk some Nickelback. Fucking Chad Kroger, man. Woo!
Oh my God. I got shows I still haven't released yet, but I felt this one was necessary.
Of course it is.
But, I had my boy Mick Strawn on my fucking show for a second time. And we capped that show off with him telling me that as much as he'd love to continue putting up with my bullshit and, shooting the shit with me, he made it quite known he had to take a shit. So.
Hell, when you were on my show, that last 30 minutes, because it was a 3-hour long fucking show, You were squirming like a motherfucker because you had to piss so bad.
Dude, I had to piss for an hour of that fucking show, and by the time I fucking got off the show, I couldn't barely walk without pain. I was like, my fucking like bladder's gonna rupture or some shit, man. I was like, dude, that fucking hurt. But you know, trying to be a pro and like, I'm not gonna sell it. You know,
No, you were, but I could tell you were squirming. I fucking knew it. I was like, and then I looked down at the timer. I was like, holy shit, it's been in like almost 3 fucking hours.
Yeah, don't drink a couple beers before doing a show. That's gonna.
Yeah, you drink like 4 or 5. I drank 2, and you were not happy with that shit.
It was too much fun though to fucking cut it short.
Oh my god, dude! That was probably one of the funnest shows I've ever had ever.
Oh, I had a blast, dude.
Oh man, so did I.
It changed my view on being a guest on people's shows because I typically didn't do a whole lot of those, as I told you on your show, and you know, because of experiences I had and whatever. So I was like, yeah, this one though I have to do, and it was fucking great, man.
Yeah, I mean, for me, when I do guest appearances, I've done a few, but you know, I feel, what's the word? I feel closeted because I don't know their audience. You know, I don't know how they're going to react. And it's also, in my opinion, it's also really fucking funny when I can, you know, go onto a show, be completely straight edge, you know, my name is Derek. How are you today? And then, you know, oh my God, this guy's great. Blah, 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 blah. You know, the subtle jokes that I do and all this other crap. And then they come to my show. Welcome, everybody. And I'm this chaotic motherfucker. And like, what the fuck did I get myself into? Right. It's the greatest swerve ever. It's fantastic.
I love it. You know, I fucking, I make sure people have fun when they come to my show because I don't tell them what they fucking can or can't talk about or, you know, any of that bullshit. You know, there's certain things I don't talk about just because I don't fucking care. Yeah. But if they do and they want to, fuck, by all means, man. That's what this is a platform.
Absolutely. Because the way I based my questions, because I don't script anything. The way I base my questions is based off of their last answer. So, you know, I listen, and I'm listening constantly, and people love that about me. Because because you know, I'm not looking at a script and I'm not saying, okay, I'm ready for this question now. I'm ready for this question now. I actually have to actively listen in order to find my next question. So it just kind of goes and flows and stuff. And I get compliments about that all the fucking time. The first couple times, you know, people were like, you don't research? I'm like, no, why should I? I know enough about you to get a conversation started, and everything that I want to know, I'm going to ask you. Why should I have to go to your Wikipedia page? Or why should I have to go there? Why should I have to go here? You gave me permission to play your song on the fucking radio on my show right now. So why do I need to go and listen to? Don't you want a genuine first time reaction? You know, I'm giving you honesty, you know, something that nobody else does. And, you know, I love that about my show. And some people give me flack for it, but fuck it, I don't give a shit.
Oh, you know, I'm the same way. I probably take some shit because I'm just, like I said, I'm that guy. I'm honest. I don't give a fuck. I've had people on my show that it's like, you know what, great people, but maybe their work to me is the drizzling shits. I don't fucking care. I'm not going to be a fan of everything. You know, hell, I mean, I have talked to some people who I ain't going to name, but, you know, I could say their record's like a fucking straight up silent fart. Nobody heard it, but everyone knows it stinks. You know what I'm saying? You know,
yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Doesn't mean I won't speak to them. You know?
Oh, absolutely not. I've never said no to a guest. Never. And I never will.
I have, you know, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. I don't want to hear like from the person that does someone's taxes, you know, if that's where we're at now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I'm getting that, that's completely different. But, you know, if I'm getting like a couple weeks back, the other PR company I use sent me a dude that's 22 years old and came up with a really, really cool product, and he's launching his product, and he's an entrepreneur. And I'm like, you know what? I'll do an entrepreneur spotlight. I have no problem with that. You know, that's fucking cool to me, especially at 22 years old. You're launching this fucking cool ass product. Let's fucking talk about it. You know, that's cool to me. And now I don't do hour and a half long episodes when I do entrepreneur spotlights, unless it's like a really cool individual. And this kid was cool. Don't get me wrong. But he wanted to just talk about the product and just talk about his business, and I'm cool with that. So I do work with him in those boundaries. But if it's a musical guest, dude, no fucking limits at all. I have no, especially if you're an indie artist, dude, I have no problem saying, hey, you know, are you guys okay? Are you guys making enough money? Are you, how's your 9 to 5? Are you guys working a 9 to 5? I have no problem with that. Absolutely not. I'll never, you know, not ask those questions, because it allows, especially on these indie artists that are, some of them that are pretty big, you know, it's like, you know, are you guys okay? I mean, we can't fucking tour right now. You know, there's literally nothing booked for next year except for one fucking festival in October of next year in California called Aftershock. You know, how are you guys doing? Well, you know, our streams are doing actually better than they ever have. Yeah, because the big bands like Avenged Sevenfold, you know, fucking Metallica, blah, 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 you know, Lady Gaga, they're not putting out new records every Friday. It's y'all. So y'all have nothing to compete with. So y'all are leveling the playing field. Good on you. You know, I have no problem with that at all. Personally, my favorite guests to talk to are musicians, and I will talk to them all fucking. I love talking music. Love talking music.
No, absolutely. And, you know, it's cool that these cats are the ones that are hungry as fuck and that are like, you know, working their asses off. So, you know, I ain't shitting on them at all. But I'm not going to go now from having, say, you being someone that I have the utmost respect for, have a fucking dope ass show that I love. I was fucking, you know, so fortunate in my view to be on it. I'm not going to go from this show now to fucking sitting down with the guy who unclogged Mick Strawn's toilet that fucking day. You know?
You know, however, you know, I would love to meet the guy that, like, you know, never mind, it's too far. Never mind.
When it's too far on my fucking show, it's gotta be gold.
I was gonna say I would love to talk to the doctor who treated Farrah Fawcett's rectal cancer, but you know, that's too fucking far. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hell.
I remember season 1 when we were talking about, you know, worst fucking hookups and shit. And I talked about how, God forbid, this is on me. It was at a fucked up time in my life too, where, you know, I just got ditched because my son's condition and whatever. So my fiance at the time bailed, and I was going through my shit. So I was, you know, going through the fuck. We're doing a movie about that kind of shit, about, you know, fucking you're in it. So we could get into that too, about, you know, my character kind of being based loosely off my life that just goes through all these fucked up hookups and frat boy fucking mentality to protect himself and not getting fucking hurt again, or, you know, not being lonely either, you know, and ended up hooking up with somebody who was deaf. And I said, you know, it was such a fucked up time for me. Like, I feel like shit to say this, but I actually can't for the life of me remember what the fuck her name was. You know, so I said, I know that's terrible, but I said, oh, who gives a fuck shit? It's not like she's going to hear this anyway.
Oh, that's great. That's fucking great.
And that's that moment where I pull myself back after airing the show and saying, was that maybe too far? Because you know me, I don't give a fuck. So it's out there for everyone to hear. And
oh my God, that's fucking beautiful. That is fucking beautiful.
She was an awesome person, you know, so there's no slight against her. I'm just a fucking idiot. And it was kind of a double thing, because it was kind of like me saying, like, she's not going to listen to my fucking show, because a lot of people probably won't. You probably don't even know after this many years past, we don't communicate that fucking I even have a show, but it kind of works because, you know, deaf, right? So it's like, take it how you will.
Yeah, I mean, you know, for me, if I ever dated a blind chick, that would be epic, because I would have her convinced I was fucking Brad Pitt or some shit.
Oh my,
you know, I convinced her that I was like a double dong guy. I'd have a strap on, and, you know, my other dick, you know, I'd be double fucking her, you know, one in the rear and one in the front, and just like, I am that fucking good, lady.
I remember back in the day, Facebook doing these questions, like random interview question kind of apps, right? And one of the fucking things, and I'm probably going to get a lot of hate mail for this one too. If you had to be either blind or deaf, which would you choose? And I said deaf, so that way I could still see titties, but I don't have to hear no bitching.
Oh, that's a perfect joke. That's a perfect joke. It really is.
That's just me being honest. You know, that's the best fucking option of the two.
I mean, that's what. See, you know, you and I have kind of stumbled across something that I've been really, really talking about a lot lately, and it's the cancel culture. And I don't know if it's hit, you know, Canada the way it has here.
Oh yeah.
Has it?
I think so. I think, yeah, you know, with social media and shit, I mean, you see it everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's bullshit. You know, you can't even make the least offensive. I mean, talking like the least amount of offensive jokes without somebody talking shit.
Right.
You know, if, you know, say for instance, HBO, hypothetically, were to say, you know what, we're coming up on the 40th anniversary of Eddie Murphy's Raw, okay? And we're going to go ahead and do a special air on a Friday night. People would lose their shit. They would like, oh my God, I cannot believe they fucking, you know, did that. Because I mean, in that one, he's talking about how American women, you know, never fucking shut the fuck up and never appreciate anything. And this was in the 80s. And how he's going to go to Africa and get a black African lady because, you know, whatever. And then eventually they would hang out with all of his, you know, friends' wives and be like, Eddie, what did you do for me lately? You know, and people would lose their fucking shit. They would lose their shit just for me repeating that joke. Right. And it's like, guys, it's bad. It's not that bad. It's a joke. Jokes are supposed to play off of stereotypes. Jokes are supposed to play off of certain circumstances. Now, if it's just straight up racist, straight up sexist, that's different. But, you know, like my favorite comedian, Anthony Jeselnik, made a joke years ago when the whole trans movement really started to make, you know, waves. And the joke was, you know, let's go ahead and talk about trans people, you know, because that's the one thing you're not allowed to talk about anymore. I mean, you're not even allowed to call them chicks with dicks anymore. You're supposed to call them men who talk too much. And, you know, the crowd laughed. However, you know, you go on Twitter, it's fucking outrageous. How dare it? Dude, it's a fucking joke. You know, it's, you know, most of these people that make these jokes, and I'll go back to another one. I just had another example in my head. That make these jokes are actually some of the biggest advocates for these causes. You know, they're raising awareness by making these jokes. Yeah, that could be really offensive, but they're trying to be offensive on purpose to raise awareness. You know, and this one kind of doesn't go against, you know, with that, but like a year or two ago, George Lopez I think he was at Madison Square Garden or some big arena. And he made a joke about how, you know, if you're Mexican and you ever want to piss off your Mexican grandmother, bring home a black woman. Because I guess, you know, there's a, you know, whatever. I don't know the history there. I don't know the stereotype there with the Mexican, but that's was the joke. And there was a black lady in the crowd and she lost her fucking shit and started yelling at him like through the fucking crowd. And she was like in the, like one of the center front rows. And he was up on stage like, what the fuck? And he had to kick her out of an arena show. You know, it's like, dude, it's just a joke. And even then he's talking about his cultural stereotypes. Right. You know, about old world culture in Mexico. And people still like, oh, well, you know, whatever. He didn't say don't date black women. He was like, if you want to piss off your grandmother, bring one home. You know, you can still love her. He didn't say not to date her. He didn't say break up with her. No, he was just like, hey, piss off your grandmother because it's fucking funny.
Right. You know, like that's the thing, dude, is I miss the days when we could actually make fun of ourselves and be cool with it and not take ourselves too seriously. And I think it seems like there's only a certain number of people that can do it and it's accepted. You look at like Dave Chappelle, for example. I think he's made an art form out of being able to make fun of every race in a way that no one takes it as hostility or hatred. It's actually just kind of having fun, you know, kind of putting us all on the same playing field of like, we all got our weird things, man. We all got our stereotypes and addressing every one of them equally. People have kind of accepted that when it comes to him because he does it so well. And then, you know, then there's other people that, God forbid, they say one thing that's taken the wrong way. Not everything's meant to be an attack, man. Sometimes it's people making fun of themselves, and, you know, or I mean, stereotypes exist for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Last month, I think it was on the season premiere of SNL. Bill Burr was the host. And if anyone knows anything about Bill Burr, I mean, he's a comedian, very, 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 you know, political and very, you know, offensive, and a podcast, whole 9 yards. But he made a joke about how, you know, last year or earlier this year with the woke movement, which was black women, you know, white women came in and stole the fucking thunder. And how he's like, you know, how dare you fucking do this, white women, and blah, 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 blah. He goes, you know, this is supposed to be, you know, talking about black oppression and blah, 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 blah. You know, sit down and take your fucking tongue lashings like every other white person in America. Sit right next to me and listen. And guess who went on the internet the next fucking day? White women. And it's just like, damn, you know, he's white and he's calling out white people for, you know, for oppressing a black oppression awareness, I guess you could say, or taking over for it. And people lost their fucking shit, you know. Or 4 years ago during, and this is what pissed me off the most. And it was white women. We're going to catch shit for this too. You know, 4 years ago during Me Too. Me Too was started as a way for all people, not women. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a shit what you're talking about. It was not created for women. It was created for men and women alike to be able to speak out against their oppressors for sexual abuse and rape and all this other stuff. Terry Crews came out with it and he got shit for it. This isn't about you. This is about us. No, motherfucker. It was about all of them. And then on top of that, there was constant fucking, you know, negative comments made and untruthful fucking comments made. Look at Johnny Depp. That poor motherfucker 4 years later is still dealing with the Amber Heard shit. Warner Brothers just fucking asked him to quit his fucking job in the new Fantastic Beast movies. He had to they asked him to resign because of the Amber Heard bullshit. But her still fucking working at Warner Brothers, you know, doing the Aquaman 2. You know what I'm saying? And it's already been proven that she fucking lied.
Right.
But because he lost his defamation character lawsuit because he didn't have enough evidence. But even though she came out and admitted that she lied, you know, he lost and they're like, oh, sorry, now we can't associate with you because you lost something in a court of law. But she already admitted that she lied. Chris Hardwick, you know, comedian and host of AMC's after show for Walking Dead, same bullshit. His ex-wife then eventually came out that he was, you know, in the, you know, the right, and still nobody gives him the respect. Yeah, he got his job back and all this other shit, but it was like there was too many cases. You know, people want to say that, you know, the amount of inaccurate rape cases or false rape cases that are, you know, come to light is only like 3%. Well, that number actually comes from like a 1960 something fucking you know, survey. And in reality, based off of the Me Too movement and other stuff like that, it was more like 40%. And that is a true number that I'm not going to say where I got it from. I do not remember. You can look it up yourself. It may have been 35. It may have been 45, but it was something like 40% of those cases were inaccurate or blown out of proportion. You know, like, you know, hey, you know, you look really good today. Oh my God, what did you just say to me? That type of shit too. So while the situation may have been real, it may have been taken out of context too. So yeah, like somewhere like 40% of the Me Too stuff. And that was perpetuated in a bad way. Now, did the Me Too movement need to happen? Absolutely. Did last year's Speak Out movement need to happen? Absolutely. But people took it too fucking far. And because of that, now everyday good Americans, everyday good Canadians, you know, even though good Canadians and that doesn't really work together, are being oppressed because we're constantly afraid of making a stupid fucking joke or doing what we do, what we get paid to do, because we're afraid, you know, fucking Karen down the fucking road is going to get all types of offended about it. Fuck you, Karen.
Okay, first of all, how many times do I have to apologize for Nickelback before you'll finally forgive us Canadians and stop attacking us so viciously?
Dude, you and I made a fucking, what was the joke on Saturday when we were talking? Something about Nickelback. You're like, we need to make it like an escalator to make it easier for them to get out of the country. Oh, yeah. And I said, no, we need to just make it straight upstairs so it's harder. I want you guys to keep them.
Yeah, because Mick Strawn fucking posted his second appearance on my show and labeled me as, this is a special needs kid with a, you know, from a special needs country, but he's doing his best. So listen to his show. And he hit me up privately because I laughed. And he hit me up privately and said, my wife asked me, why would you attack your friend in Canada so viciously? And I laughed my ass off. And I said, at this point, the way you describe us, I feel like the fucking border from the U.S. to Canada should just be one giant fucking wheelchair accessible ramp.
That's what it was, wheelchair accessible ramp. And I said, make it stairs to keep Nickelback in. But you know what? Was it last Wednesday, the day after our election? You know, I posted that video about you know, emotional support Canadians. And I specifically reached out to you. I said, hey, Tattness, I need help, Keith.
And I was like, oh, now we have our value. Huh? Now we're okay.
Hell, dude, prior to the election, I was looking at places to live in Calgary. And, you know, I was like, oh, the prices are actually not too bad. Is that Canadian or American dollars?
Canadian for sure.
Oh, if it's Canadian, it's even better.
Yeah, man, it's you know, I agree with you completely, though. These movements had to happen, but if you pay attention as well to, you know, Hollywood, you will notice there are a lot of actors and people out there who will post pictures, or someone will post pictures of them meeting said actor, and the fan is close to them, but you'll see them putting their hands so they're not actually touching the fan in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. Because they're doing due diligence to not have that.
Yeah, there's like a good, you know, 1 foot gap or 6 inch gap. Yeah.
Right. And that's happening for a reason, you know, and it's people covering their ass because, yeah, you know, I'm not for victim shaming and bullshit, but I'm also realistic. Some people do bullshit, you know, they see payday there and they're like, oh, you know, they're a celebrity. They can fucking afford it. You know, they'll pay me to shut the fuck up and I'll just say, okay, you know, it's fine. Look at Maynard from Tool fucking had an accusation towards him from somebody, and unfortunately for that person, there was too many things that were kind of like, well, here's where we were at that exact date and time, so that never could have happened. And then they admitted, well, they're full of shit. You know, and he didn't want to even fucking dignify it with a response because he was in such utter shock that, you know, but some people will do that. And, you know, sometimes maybe it is a mental illness thing too, that people don't want to fucking acknowledge, because it's got to take some kind of balls to fucking just say, you know, hey, you did this to me. I've never even met you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know, there's something obviously right there. And then you get into currently what's happening with some women in professional wrestling and shit, having stalkers show up at their front fucking door.
Oh my God. Fucking that shit for her.
God.
Who was that?
Paige had that. And then Sonya Deville before that.
Sonya Deville. That was the most recent one. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I don't give a fuck about her MMA background and shit. When a guy's showing up at your door with zip ties and fucking breaking into your house with zip ties and bear mace and shit, like something's fucking going on that, you know, your chances aren't great, you know?
Yeah. Like, but look at Paige, with what's coming out now about Alberto Del Rio or Alberto Del El Patron or whatever his real name is. Yeah. Holy shit, dude. Fucking now he's being charged with kidnapping, you know, and sexual assault, the whole 9 yards. I mean, holy shit. I never saw that coming at all.
And he's looking at life in prison.
Oh my God. Yes, he is.
And he's trying to sue her for defamation of character. It's like, dude, you're on trial right now for the exact same thing she's accusing you of. And she didn't say your name. She just said, I had a past relationship where it happened. And,
he's trying to say it was the opposite. And, you know, it's like, damn, son. You know, again, we go back to people saying, don't make everything public. And it's like, maybe just don't do shady shit you wouldn't want made public.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where I stand on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking, if I wouldn't want someone to make something I said or did public, then I would shut the fuck up and not say or do it. You know what I mean? You know, there's some things that there's just no excuse for.
Yeah.
And, you know, behavior like that, that's criminal, especially. I mean, fuck, you know, if you don't want it getting out, don't do it. You know?
Yeah, I hear that 100%. I mean, but you know what I mean? In this day and age, you know, exactly. If you don't want to get called out, don't do shady shit, because, you know, especially when it comes to me, you know, if I know you or whatever the case might be, and you did something dirty, or if I don't know you and you did something dirty, I'm calling you the fuck out. I am a political comedian, and I've never shied away from that, but I'm also a dark humor comedian where, you know, I have no shame in making, you know, jokes like that at all, you know, and even now with 4 years later of, you know, Me Too, and then a year later from Speak Out, and now with the cancel culture, you know, I still have no problem when, you know, I can start going up on stage again, telling a rape joke. I have no problem with that because it's fucking not real, you know, and even the rape joke that I came up with isn't even that fucking bad. It's, you know, it's something to the effect of, oh, you know, I'm going back to this chick's house. We're going to go, you know, have sex, whatever. And she looks at me and she goes, you know, I'm sorry. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take you home because I'm just too tired, you know, and I'm sorry for that. And I go, it's okay, baby. Don't worry about it. Nobody says you had to be awake. You know, it's just a stupid joke, you know, sleep sex is how my daughter was born. But in reality, it was me that was asleep. I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck she pulled that one off, but hey.
God.
Come listen to Suck It Podcast. This is what I do every day.
You know, fucking damn. The hate mail. I don't know who's gonna get it fucking harder, you or me. I mean, we can compare.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh,
you can email me at derek.suckitpodcast@gmail.com. These opinions are those of the fucking guest, not of the host of the show. Attack me, not Keith.
I do find it kind of hilariously accurate and, like, you know, appropriate that you got a show called Suck It Podcast and your sponsor is Manscaped. That's just being considerate.
Oh, it really is. And the thing about it is, like, with Manscaped, it's really fucking funny because I just signed on with them. So they emailed me and they said, hey, you know, we are a non-conservative brand. You know, have fun with however you want to fucking talk about it. So whenever I talk about it, you know, it's like, hey, you know, ladies, buy this for your men. You know, tell them to shave their junk. I'm sure as hell sure that you're sick and tired of getting a pube in your mouth every time you go down on him. You know, doesn't that fucking suck? You're not down there to floss your fucking teeth. You're down there to fucking suck dick. Buy Manscaped for your man. You know, it's only $99. And when you use my promo code, you get 20% off. It's $80. It's fantastic. And you know what? You also get ball deodorant. I go off on it. Do you want your man having stinky fucking nuts? Hell no. Ball deodorant is fantastic. Yeah. I mean, if he walks in the door, he's a construction worker, and you just want him right then and there. You don't have time for him to fucking, you know, shower. At least he fucking used his goddamn ball deodorant that morning. And if you're not smelling fucking fish while he's fucking you, come on.
Holy fuck, man.
You didn't fucking marry a goddamn merman. You fucking married a man that works construction. You don't need to have him smelling like that shit. Oh, I crack myself up.
They got to be one of the best sponsors because their ads are so creative that they obviously don't give a motherfuck how you go about it. You know, you can say whatever the hell you want, and they're pretty much good with it. I think that's great.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I love that. I mean, because like with BetterHelp, though, I gotta, you know, be, you know, strict about it. You know, but with like Manscaped, I love being able to have, you know, the variety that I do. It's so much fun.
That is true, and yeah, I did kind of take the piss out of you.
The BetterHelp one you did. Oh my God! What did you say?
I said, and please, if you find that you are a fan of Nickelback, please do get better help.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And then you have to do damage control and be like, "That was not me. That was."
Yeah, that was it.
We'll file that one under my bad.
Dude, they actually they just signed me on for a whole other year, so I'm good with BetterHelp.
Maybe they appreciated the message.
Yeah.
They're like, it's kind of fucking true. I mean, it's coming from Canada. Even they're fucking openly admitting it. So
yeah. Fucking Canada.
It's fucked up, dude. This is why, by nature, we apologize so fucking much, because we know we're guilty.
Yeah, because I mean, fuck. I mean, you gave us, not only did you give us Nickelback, but you gave us Bieber. You gave us fucking, you've given us a lot of shit to really kind of. The only thing that you've given us that was kind of good was, like we said before, the TV show Letterkenny. Thank you very much for that. You've given our Hollywood, tons of fucking tax breaks, because now, Montreal is like the new fucking Hollywood. So thank you for that. And you've given us lots of joke material for Newfoundland. So we appreciate that. Your Newfoundland is like our Alabama. It's like, hey.
I mean, on behalf of Canada, mistakes were made. I'll give you that.
Those movies are crazy.
Oh my God, I know. I even contemplated filming our movie there if it would be convenient for all involved, because A, tax break is nice, and B, people are so fucking accommodating and friendly there.
What, in Newfoundland?
Oh, dude. Like, you
are they?
Oh,
are they like the most? Are they like the nice? Because everything is sorry in Canada. Oh, I'm sorry, I bumped into you. Let me give you a donut.
They're separate, dude. Like, I'm told by everybody, you could be a complete stranger there, and everybody would open their door to you if you had nowhere to stay there, and they never met you before. That's just who they are out there.
Really?
Yeah. Not to mention Newfie Screech, man. That's like fucking moonshine. So you'll have a blast with that shit. Not a lot goes on out there, so they can use the money, because if you don't do like the fishing industry out there, man, there's not a lot going on.
Yeah, I don't care where we shoot it, as long as there's a comedy club that we can, because obviously we're going to need a comedy club to shoot in, with a good bar.
Yes,
a good beer. I mean, because the thing about it is, like, but here in the States, we got better craft beer. Y'all got Molson.
Oh, we got lots of craft beers, bro, out here.
I know you do. I'm just messing with you. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we got good beer here. I would love to have a beer off with you. Like, go to your local, get 6 brews, and I'll get 6 brews, and then we'll mail them to each other, and we'll have a show and see who's is better.
We should do that. That is,
we totally fucking should. I will grab 6 of Northern Virginia's finest fucking beers and send them to you, and you do the same for good old Canada.
Yeah, dude. Like, I promise I won't just piss in empty bottles and put the cat back. I'll send them out to you for all those things.
See, that's how I envision Canada beer tasting anyway.
Then you would know the difference.
Oh, this tastes about right.
My concern would be, like, hey, you know what? Shout out to Canada. This ain't half bad. If you get wasted, then I drink too fucking much, because it's the content.
That would make for a great fucking episode. I don't give a shit if we did it on mine or yours. That would be a great I totally think we should totally do that.
I think so. I think that's.
Can we send beer over the border like that, though?
I'm not sure what the rules are on that.
Because I know that we can send beer here in the States, via FedEx and UPS and shit like that.
Hey, that's something.
I don't know if we can. We need to look that up.
Yeah, because that's something to look into. I like that idea.
Yeah, I think that would be a great fucking episode.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome, because we will be straight up about it and be like, what in the fuck is this shit? And where I'm at, Nova Scotia, like that, the focal point, everything in Nova Scotia, unlike where I come from, Toronto, where it's all big brand bullshit,
Yep.
In Nova Scotia, they fucking will look down on you if you don't support local shit rather than
Here too.
You know,
Here too, because here in Northern Virginia where I'm at, like fucking breweries are like 7-Elevens. I mean, they're on every fucking street corner. Some of them are great, some of them are but every single one of them has something that they're good for. They might have 10 beers and only one or two of them might be good, but they're all fucking good in their own right. And we shit. If you're a visitor and you go into a fucking a gas station and pick up a 12-pack of fucking Bud Light, you're getting shit on. I mean, no. I mean, I remember last Thanksgiving, we went back down to Florida to visit, and I went to a liquor shop to go get some good beer. And literally, it was in Jacksonville. There was literally like maybe one or two local brews. And this was in a Total Wine. You know what I'm saying? And Total Wine, I don't know if you guys have them up there, but here it's like the main wine and beer and alcohol place. And they didn't have shit for shit. Like they had local brews from other places, but as far as like Jacksonville or even Tallahassee or they didn't have absolutely nothing. And I was like, fuck it. I mean, they had good brews from fucking Northern Virginia. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll drink my favorite beer. I wanted to experience good Florida beer, but fuck it. I'm going to drink this.
Right.
And I went back to my in-laws' house. They're like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, this is real beer. Here, you taste this and you tell me what this, let me show you how good this is supposed to taste.
Yeah, we could have fun with this too. Make one like an IPA, fucking make one, all different types, man.
Yeah, one IPA, one double IPA, a lager, an ale,
Right.
Maybe a blonde, maybe a stout. I mean, we could do a little bit of everything with it.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome, man. We even got fucking Trailer Park Boys beer out here, man.
Yeah, no, you do.
There's only one fucking like local independent brewery that I will not send you shit from, just out of principle, because these motherfuckers back when all this shit started, one of their owners posted some shit towards immigrants, basically saying if they ain't happy, send them back where the fuck they belong or some such shit along them lines. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? So people, of course, commented saying, hey, one of your fucking business partners or whoever is openly fucking racist, obviously. And the company page kept deleting those comments. So they're covering it up. So it's like, you support them, I don't support you now. I will not buy anymore. So I boycott them because and I hate to go with that cancel culture shit, but I won't support somebody that's openly racist.
Exactly. That's what I said. I mean, racism and sexism, actual racism and sexism. Yeah, I don't support that at all. Cancel that shit. But me making a dumb joke about sleeping while somebody's having sex, or me having sex while they're sleeping, it's not, I'm not ever going to do that. And that even brings up the better fucking, unless I fucking roofie them. If I stick my dick in somebody, they're waking the fuck up. I'm not fucking ghost dick over here. God damn, I'm gonna fucking wake them up. The porn where like you see, the stepbrother walking in on his stepsister who's sleeping half fucking naked, coincidentally with her legs already fucking spread. And then he fucks her for a good 10 minutes before what's going on? Hey, shit ain't real.
You know what became news out here, which is really fucked up?
What's that?
One of the indie fucking breweries out here was taking flack by one journalist, if that's what you want to call them, for basically writing something kind of clever about their Dirty Blonde ale, saying that fucking everybody, fucking loves a dirty blonde. And this motherfucker went off calling that sexist. When the fuck did a hair color become a gender, first of all?
It's not. It's last time I checked.
So that doesn't make sense. And even when women are commenting, like, really, what a fucking reach. Like, we're getting upset about that now. and try to make that a gender issue. First of all, blonde is not gender specific, you know. And
exactly.
Dirty Blonde Ale is a fucking type of beer, dude. And Dirty Blonde is a hair color. If you took it as sexual and fucking degrading to women, that's all you. That's your choice of how you decide to twist it in your mind. And even women are saying, wow, this is why we don't get taken seriously, because people want to fucking, you know, really reach on these kind of things and make an issue out of nothing. You know?
Yeah. You know, I don't see anybody bitching about St. Pauli girl.
You know,
I mean, that chick has had, you know, her tits popping out of her fucking, you know, German fucking top for the last 50 years, but nobody talks shit about that. But, you know, a local brewery tells somebody a Dirty Blonde, you know, which is a type of fucking beer, people, you know, like you said, or like a, you know, like an Irish red. And, you know, it's got a, you know, a chick on it with red hair. Oh my God. Call the fucking cops. Jesus Christ. It's
right,
fucking beer, people.
This didn't even have a picture of a woman or nothing fucking sexual on the can or anything. It was literally fucking, all it said was, because everybody loves a dirty blonde. And it's like, you know, that's a hair color, right? If you want to twist it into dirty as in it's some fucking, you know, sexual thing, it could still be a dude.
Yeah, exactly.
They could fucking have that hair color too. It's fine. You know, like it happens.
Yeah, I hear you.
So it's a stretch, it's a reach, and it's like, really? When this becomes newsworthy and you're trying to tell people to boycott this fucking brand or make them change the label, you know, it's like now you're just looking to be upset for the sake of being upset.
Yeah, I'm gonna create a salty brew and call it my jizz and see how many people fucking enjoy that shit. Be milky fucking white stout.
Making a cream ale.
A cream ale or a nice milky white stout, and then just call it, you know, jizz sensation. Have a little fucking tadpole sperm on the front cover.
I just posted or sent somebody a picture that made me laugh. I don't know why. It's just so stupid. It made me laugh. It was a Guinness picture. And it just said Guinness. It'll blacken your shit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like,
I can't. Oh God, I can't even stand Guinness. I cannot stand Guinness.
See, I've got Irish heritage, man. I can't be mad at it.
Yeah, but the Guinness that you and I drink comes from New York.
Yeah, that's fair.
The Guinness that comes from, you know, from Ireland is you know, the real shit, and it's brewed, and then it's, you know, drink warm at room temperature versus ice cold from New York. So it's not the same.
You know, no disrespect to the UK, but what in the sweet fuck is with them, their room temperature fucking beer drinking? That is disgusting.
You know what? I fear going to Great Britain, you know, Ireland, Scotland, or fucking England, and drinking beer over there, because I do not know. No. If I pour a beer and in 10 minutes it's starting to be a little fucking warmer than it should be, I put that shit. I don't care if it's flat. It's going back in the refrigerator until it's nice and ice cold again, and then I'll fucking drink it. No, fuck that.
If it's as warm as my piss, I'm not interested, man.
Hell no. Put it in a goddamn refrigerator. That's what it's there for. You know, we have these things in fucking America called beer coolers. It's called that for a reason.
I might blow your mind, but we have those in Canada too, bro.
Oh my! Are you fucking kidding me? See, look at this. We're fucking smart as shit. Look at that. You know, but also it's the same country that doesn't even refrigerate their eggs.
Wow, what the fuck?
Yeah, their eggs are down like a regular aisle. Because they're not bleached. They're not, you know, there's nothing wrong with them, so they can sit out, you know, longer in, you know, room temperature air. Unlike, you know, here they do. I don't know how much you guys do in over there, but yeah, they're not bleached at all. They're not washed. They come straight from the fucking farm, put out there, and so you might open up a fucking pack of eggs and have a brown one, a blue one, a off-white one, and because, you know, it's just like straight up. So like they don't do that shit over there, so they can stay at that room temperature. But either way, it's still fucking pretty nasty.
I'm spoiled as fuck, dude, because my producer's got a coworker that has chickens. So I get like real fucking eggs right from the chicken. So they're all sorts of colors, dude, like brown, fucking beige, a little bit of white,
spotted. Yeah,
but they're delicious, man. And the yolks are like fucking orange, not yellow.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like they're fucking legit healthy, and so I get spoiled. I love that shit because they always end up with an overabundance of eggs, so they're happy to just give them away. Like they don't even take money for this shit. And I'm like, damn, with how many eggs I eat in a fucking day for protein and shit every day.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I'll take them.
I know, right? So, I gotta go cook dinner and get ready for my show.
Yeah, now that we've gotten mine canceled.
No, but I need to have you back on mine. And we need to have that. We need to expand more on this conversation because this conversation can go on for hours.
As always, like.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But no, we need to schedule you to come back on mine, or I come back here. But yeah, we definitely need to do it again, man.
Oh, we definitely have to. And fucking like, I'm down anytime. On the 24th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I will be on a UK show. So I can ask them directly what the fuck is wrong with them and their damn warm beer.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
I should play him a clip of this and be like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, and we need to figure out the whole beer situation and arrange that and see if we can do that, because that would be a good fucking fun ass episode.
Yeah, I think it's doable.
We'll look it up and we'll see.
Yeah, there probably would be like some kind of customs or some shit involved. But otherwise, probably no fucking big deal.
Yeah, we can see. But yeah, I'll look it up and we'll talk.
Hell yeah. Let's fucking do it.
Absolutely, man. But we'll talk again. Obviously, we got to do a couple of Zooms and work on this fucking script and blow some people's mind with this fucking movie.
Yeah, dude, I got so many ideas for this shit, and I got some fucked up stories that actually happened. So it's going to be pretty cool.
And especially now with what's going on with me, which I haven't publicly announced yet, it's going to make it that much better because I want that included.
That's your territory. I'm open to fucking add whatever, but that's all you.
No, because like I said, I want it to sound like, even though we've only known each other for what, four months or so, might as well make it seem like all the stuff that's happened to me and all the stuff that's happened to you happened simultaneously. Therefore, we can really kind of learn from each other's experiences, because there are a lot of similarities and there's a lot of parallels. So it just makes sense to do it that way. So especially with what the whole premise of the idea of the movie is about, and especially with what I'm going through now, it just makes a whole hell of a lot of sense to do it that way, just because it would add that much more hilarity to the situation, because I'm sitting here joking about it the way I am, and just whatever. It's just going to be fucking great.
Yeah, and that's something I wanted to point out too to fucking people, because we're in such a selfish, fucking self-centered time, especially now, that I don't give a fuck if you know someone 4 days, 4 years, 4 fucking months, whatever. If they're going through some shit and you don't reach out to see if they're good, don't call someone your brother that you won't even treat as a fucking friend.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna kill you to take 3 seconds to be like, hey man, if you're good, great. If you're not, I'm here. And I just want to check in, see how you're doing. I'm a believer in doing that. So
exactly. Help a brother out.
Right. I don't fucking like when people, if
yeah, you heard that now. You're like, wait a second, oh fucker.
Fucking guy. It's one thing to say, hey, I'm here, if it's a response because someone just hit you up and told you what they're going through. But to me, proving it is more important by reaching out first and saying, hey man, just checking in, and hope you're doing well, hope everything's cool. If not, fuck, I'm here. And I think that speaks volumes, rather than just saying, well, I told you when you hit me up that I'm here if you fucking need me, and then I just went on about my business like I could give a fuck less. That's not cool, man. So
exactly.
I prefer to prove that I mean what I say, and I reach out.
Yep. And that's why I appreciate you for reaching out, because you're a badass, and I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, brother. Even though there's constant digs, because You just can't let it slide, man. Canada's
Hey, at least I'm not one of the ones that stereotypes with you guys with the whole a boot thing. Nobody in Canada says a boot. No, but it's hoose and oot. They do say those things. So those things you make fun of, but nobody in Canada says a boot. So don't do that. If you're gonna make fun of them, make fun of them right.
And can we like abolish this idea that it snows here at 365 and just, you know, never fucking has summer and all this bullshit? We don't.
Hell no, y'all had a fucking wicked ass summer this year, so
bad. Like it was hot as shit. So you know, there's no igloos in Nova Scotia. There's no fucking, you know, riding polar bears and, you know.
Oh, that was what I wanted to do. God damn it. I want a polar bear, you know, at least a reindeer ride, something.
I'm sure I could hook something up, but we'll find that moose that we keep talking about.
Yeah, right. All right, man. Dude, I appreciate it. I had a great time. I needed this today.
I figured you might. That's why I figured, you know, it's hit or miss. If you're up to it, fine. If not, tell me to go fuck myself. Punch me in the neck.
Dude, whatever. You could always, if you ever, you know, want to do a show or a guest cancels on you, whatever. I don't care if we did 3 episodes that week together. I'm there for you, brother. I will never not do a show with you. I will reschedule one of my shows to make sure that I can have some fun with you because it's just that much fun.
Man, I'll do the same damn thing because I'm now fucking attached to anything and no obligations. I do what I fucking want.
Yep.
And you know, with me, it's pretty simple. If you don't want to do my fucking show, just give me a roundhouse kick to the neck fat and be like, "Fuck off, leave me alone."
See, I'm more of a Chuck Norris spinning hook kick. So.
Just make sure you aim for the fatty tissue of one's third chin, you know, and
yeah. I'm gonna go take care of my kid, but dude, we need to talk again soon.
Hell yeah, brothers! Thanks for coming on again, or for the first time, I should say, and putting up with me again.
Always put up with you.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, brother. We'll talk again soon.
Hell yeah!
All right, man. Peace.
Have a good one.
All right, y'all. That was Derek from Suck It Podcast. My boy. Really good dude. Like I said, maybe his sense of humor might offend some people, but he means well and he doesn't mean anything by it. And he brings up a lot of valid points that other people are afraid to touch, honestly. So, you know, I stand by him. And he's actually going to be one of the co-stars of the film I am working on, as well as my lovely co-star, Crystal Lovero, who I've had on the show. Beautiful human being inside and out, model, actress, just stellar person, dude. So I'm so stoked to work with such brilliant minds. It's going to be a great film. It's going to be funny as hell, and it's going to be something that we can all relate to. And hopefully filming starts summer 2021, and we'll get on that. We'll try to get it out as soon as it's done and not spend too much time with the editing process and all the fun bullshit in between. So, like I said, man, on the last show, I got a huge guest coming, and I wish I could say more. I know, it sucks. Like, stop teasing us with that shit. But I gotta find out what I can say and what I can't say because of contractual obligations. And all I can say is it's a brilliant, funny dude from a show I guarantee you all watch. And quite a history before that, let's just say. I'll give you a hint. He's funny as hell, and back in the day, if you put a phone in his possession, he can't be responsible for what kind of things happen. Let's just say that. Him and his cohort have done some things with nothing more than a phone and some unsuspecting people on the other end of it. Let's just say that. That's all the hint I can give, but I think you might know who I'm talking about. So I look forward to chatting with that dude because that's a huge part of my adolescence. And, you know, thank you for coming on my show, brother. I can't wait. You guys are going to love it. I'm going to love it. And it is what it is. I will catch your asses later. Once again, shout out to Dublin, Ireland. And once this filming wraps and the borders are all open and everything else, I'm actually going to Ireland. I'm planning a trip to Ireland. I don't know when exactly yet, but when I do know, I will let you know. If you see me out in the streets, hit me up. Let's go to the pub and get a few rounds of whiskey, man, and hang out. Let's shoot the breeze, and don't be afraid to come and say hello. So, with that being said, can't wait to hit Ireland. Y'all treat me like family. I love y'all, and I will catch your asses later.
A destruction of the fear in us. I have yet to know.